All right, we're here, end of day one. We're in Alva at an Airbnb.
See how tired my feet are?
What we got? You just take your shoes off. It's 9:59. We just had dinner at about 9:30. Subway. So
Yes.
Peace Treaty is in Medicine Lodge.
Peace Treaty.
So we left about 1:15, 1:30ish.
From Wichita.
Drove up to the Medicine Lodge and kind of checked out downtown.
Went to White's grocery store.
That's right. And then we went to the, was it the pageant? What was that called?
First we walked downtown and looked at what was up, where the main street was, so we'll know where the parade will be tomorrow. So we got our bearings with where we're headed first thing in the tomorrow morning.
What time is that tomorrow?
10 o'clock.
Not bad.
Yeah. We're supposed to meet Rebecca there, and Lauren and Sophie.
So, and then we went to the area where they did a powwow dancing thing. And the first thing the guy gets on the microphone, he says, "Well, a lot of us aren't here."
They were supposed to start at
Was it 5 or 6?
5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And people hadn't shown up yet, so he later joked about Indian time being, you have to say you're going to need to have something start 2 hours before it starts in order to get everybody there in time, but anyway.
But we took a lot of pictures of them dancing, and there's like in the middle they were playing the drum, and then he even said, not the most entertaining of dances. Some people think it's kind of boring.
It's a gourd dance.
Gourd dance, yeah. They basically will go around in a circle slowly.
And this is the time that if they're going to compete on the dancing, that they have to do one of 3 times, and at that time was the one for today. They'll have another one, the same thing tomorrow, where different people will compete with the dancing. We hope they do a different dance too.
Were some of them were competing? Or
Yes, I think they were. Actually, on my understanding.
not? I didn't realize that. I heard him say something, but they signed up for it. Yeah. So, and we did that. We left there around 7:30. I don't remember. And drove up here to Alva. Dropped off our stuff, and then we went to We went to Walmart. Got a bunch of groceries.
Yes, Walmart's 24-hour Walmart now, and they have groceries and lots of things. So, which had a better selection than the little White's grocery store in Medicine Lodge. So,
But they didn't have fresh chicken.
well, we were looking at fried chicken. We weren't going to cook anything because it'd be too hard to cook here. This place. Well, they have a microwave, but the little gas stove looks like Grandma's gas stove. But it would work, but we didn't see anything to cook on the stove with, so.
Pots and pan.
So
Anyway, it's a nice little house. Basically a living room and 2 bedrooms.
Yes.
Little bathrooms and a kitchen, so.
Yeah.
Should be good tonight.
Should be fine. We're looking forward for Rebecca being here tomorrow night with Sophie and Lauren. That'll be fun.
Yeah. It'll be different.
Yeah.
We're playing some games and a little more.
We should get an earlier
Action.
start than we got today, though.
That's true.
'Cause
Well,
we
the
didn't
parade
have-
would be over if we got there that time. But,
We spent a little bit of time, loading our pictures and stuff on our computers, our laptops. So we'd have them loaded over.
yeah, we both got. I'll give you my pictures. So you got my camera. But right now it's recording a video.
Yeah, right.
But maybe we'll do update again tomorrow night with the girls.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
So, and if we don't, then that would be disappointing that we said that. We'll do it. If we remember, we'll do it. So. Anyway, it's a good day.
Yes.
Not
good
too
day.
hard. It was about an hour. How long a drive?
Oh,
Hour and a half.
yeah, about an hour and a half, or something like that.
Pretty good. Low traffic.
Yeah,
No.
it was a good time. It was cloudy all the way, so there's no sun bothering us.
Yeah.
It was pretty chilly at the gourd dance. They were complaining about because it was windy. It wasn't really that cold. It was like 62, but it was so windy that people were feeling like they were being chilled.
I'm glad I brought my hoodie.
Yeah.
It was chilly.
But I did leave my shirt on, so I was staying warm.
So what's with the Indian Treaty? What was the...
Okay, the Medicine Lodge Indian Peace Treaty originated in 1800 and something. In 1917, that was the year my dad was born. It was the 50th anniversary, so 50 years before 1917 is when the peace treaty was signed. But it wasn't until like 10 years after that, 1927, where they did a celebration in Medicine Lodge. And my dad always talked about it. They lived in Coldwater, which is like another 40 miles southwest of Medicine Lodge. And we'd drive through Medicine Lodge on the way to Coldwater to see his friend, and we'd go hunting in Coldwater during hunting season. So Dad would just say, that's where they signed the peace treaty, and that's where they have the big celebration and stuff. But I don't think Dad ever went to it, but we always talked about it. I heard about it and stuff. And off and on, they would do the celebration like every 5 years or so. And then they would do it for special occasions, like in 1961, the 100th anniversary of the Kansas becoming a state. From 1861 to 1961, they did the peace treaty that year in 1961. And then they did it off and on, I don't know, like 5 years. And then they started doing like every 3 years, I believe. And I think that's kind of what the schedule has been recently, is that they do a reenactment of signing the peace treaty. And the big thing is that in an open field, they have covered wagons in a circle, huge circle and then they have Indians and cowboys and stuff, and then they have sit down, they do something with the peace treaty. I've never seen it. I've seen a little bit of it on YouTube and stuff, but tomorrow we're going to see that. We're going to attend that signing of the peace treaty in Medicine Lodge. So that's what we're looking forward to. That's the main event. That's why we're here mostly, is for that 2 hours of that happening. And before that, we'll go to the parade, and then the parade's like from 10 to 11, and then the peace treaty signing is Saturday from like 2 to 4. So that's what we'll be doing mostly for our picture taking. So.
And Sunday's the night show?
And then Sunday we're going to do something, hang around in the morning. Then the night show is in the evenings, too late, except for us, I guess. They're doing it early on Sunday from 11 o'clock in the morning to 12 noon. So we're going to go to the night show Sunday morning and see what that's all about.
Yesterday was September 29th. It was Saturday at the Peace Treaty.
2018.
Yeah, the year is nice.
Yes. That was the big event was yesterday.
Yep. Dad and I woke up here and went to the parade. We got a donut.
We stopped at the donut shop, had a fresh donut.
And then the parade.
We didn't spend a lot of time. We bought one donut each, and it lasted about less than a minute.
We bought a donut. Yeah, no line. Sat down, ate a donut, got up and left. It was like 2 minutes. That was kind of funny.
I don't know last time I had a fresh donut that wasn't, a week old. But it was pretty soft. It was okay though. I mean, I'm not complaining about a fresh donut.
It looks like complaining.
No, it had chocolate on it too, so
Oh
it
yeah,
was
that's okay.
Brown stuff. Yeah, it's brown.
delicious.
So then we headed
That
up.
Byron though, he had put sparkles on his.
That's right.
Sparkles. You mean sprinkles?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Sprinkles, those
Chocolate sprinkles.
little hard pieces of candy.
Oh, brown ones.
So from there we left Alva and went back to Medicine Lodge for the parade.
Drove forever. So its total distance is like 40 miles or
I
something.
think it's 30
Yeah, it's not even 40 miles.
Oh my gosh. I tell you, that distance, that driving wears me out.
Oh, we made it and got the whole. You girls called or eventually got hold of me and Tell us about your guys this morning.
It was good. Great.
Yeah, in the car the whole time, right? What's
I
it?
picked Sophie up. So Lauren and I, we stopped and we got a cinnamon roll and a big giant cup of coffee.
And guess what?
And we picked
We
Sophie up.
left it on the counter.
What did you leave on the counter?
Cinnamon roll.
And then I was filling up my coffee and the guy says,
My tummy
Here's
still
cinnamon roll.
doesn't forgive her.
Yeah.
and so then we went out to Andover to pick up Sophie. And then we got Sophie in the car, got all situated, and then Lauren says, I'm ready for my cinnamon roll. I said, go ahead and eat it.
And I'm like,
Neither
I
one
don't
of us
have
had it. So luckily,
and Mom's like, well, I don't have it. And she's like, oh, we left it at the store.
yeah. So luckily we were making a big circle, so we stopped back and picked up the cinnamon roll.
What
we already
store was it at?
Great Harvest.
Oh,
So
Oh, well,
and they had it there for
yeah,
you?
we were almost there anyway. Oh yeah, they knew it was ours. So then we headed out and we got to the parade just as the horses were going down, and Sophie said her dreams were coming true.
What were your dreams?
To see horses and carriages.
Oh, I thought it was to watch horses poop in the street.
No, that's not what I
You had your dreams came true and you didn't even have your dream catcher yet.
I know.
Nice.
Wow.
Well, her,
Good
her,
job,
her
Sophie.
awake dreams.
So what did you girls think about the parade?
It's alright.
I liked how we saw a bunch of horses pulling carriages.
Was it
Yeah,
a bit loud?
Yeah. Probably more than loud.
More than loud?
it was a little loud.
They were shooting guns.
Shooting guns.
Probably even better than Indians shooting guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw the Indians shooting guns.
Oh, yeah.
At 2
Oh,
o'clock
yeah.
show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lauren, what was your best part of the parade? They throw out candy?
Yeah, I did. I liked it when Sophie goes, oh, my dreams came true.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, there's so many horses! More coming! Like, I like how she got all excited about
That's
the
good.
horses.
That's good. Sophie,
No,
do you think
I'm
they
not
put the
watching.
horses at the beginning of the parade or towards the end of the parade?
I think it would be sort of in the middle.
Yeah, it kind of was.
Kind of
The
both.
vehicles were after the horses. So. After the parade, what did we do?
We went, well,
Corn dogs.
Oh, you stood in line
this big of
forever.
a corn dog. But
Oh,
they were
but it
so
was worth
delicious. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was a good corn dog.
Stood in line waiting for a corn
The
dog.
One line we stood in for a little while did not have
Like
corn
30
dogs.
minutes. And
It said
they had
corn
a-
dog
they
on
had
the
a big
side, but it
sign
didn't
that
have
said-
any corn dog.
They had a big sign that said, corn dogs here or something. So we walked up, and then the guy said, they don't have corn dogs in this line. So then everyone,
Everybody in that
Storms off
line
the other
went over the, everybody left that line.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted lemonade.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
a
what are
lemonade
corn
stand.
dogs?
It said corn dog on the thing. So.
we did, but we had Gatorade in the car. 2 big giant things of Gatorade. I was
Then,
good for that.
so we had that, and then we moved to the other part of the area. Dad and I had peanut butter jelly sandwiches.
I thought
The
this house
bleachers.
would be bigger.
It's
What is
pink. It's a pink house. Just be happy with that.
What's the best part about the house, Sophie?
Pink.
The deer?
No.
Dear.
The doll? No, that doll's
Not that creepy deer.
totally.
What's the best part? He said.
Oh. I think I like that rainbow chandelier. or
Oh
something.
yeah, that's
nice.
right. Yeah.
It's
I
probably
thought you didn't say the horse.
horse.
Lots of horses. Okay. So this is the Airbnb. So we ate lunch, and then we made it. Then we met up with Gretchen and
Caleb and Isaac.
Caleb and
It's
Isaac,
so
the boys.
weird because my brother, all the way back in Kansas,
Andover.
Andover,
Big Kansas.
they were going to have a sleepover with Isaac and Caleb.
Mhm.
When?
Yeah.
But we're like
Last night.
1 hour away.
So,
Well, how did they make it here?
drove.
No, I mean,
They did a lot yesterday.
how do they have time to drive all the way over
They drove
there?
here and they
and
drove
then-
back.
But how do they even have time to?
Well, they got
So
back
just
in time for bed. That's
What,
how.
once we met up with your Aunt Gretchen, Caleb, and Isaac. You remember what we did after that?
Yeah, that's where Aunt Rebecca stood in line for another corn dog.
Forever.
Well, Isaac and Caleb needed a corn
And the
dog.
line was a lot longer the
Mine was
second
as big as-
time.
Oh my gosh.
Then we took a group picture
Uh-huh.
right in the street.
That's not dangerous at all, is it, guys?
Street was
The
closed,
street was closed.
so it was great.
Sure.
There was a bunch of horse poop.
There was horse poop
We
around.
call those horse apples.
Gretchen waited in a separate lane to get
Taco?
like a Navajo taco or something that had everything
We were
on
racing
there.
her.
Kind of funny.
We barely beat her.
We did one. We did one.
So we all got done with that, and then we zipped over to the wrong area. But when we got to the right area, we finally got to the show. What was the show called? The pageant.
Yeah, it
Peace Treaty.
was Peace Treaty Pageant, bless you.
Peace Treaty Pageant,
We
that
have
was
to
the
take
main
A
event.
hayride all the way to the seat
A
area.
very slow hayride.
Yeah, after you parked in a huge field with thousands of cars, we took a hay rack ride to the entrance.
Yep.
And the pageant itself is in like a canyon with, so the people are all up high, can see down into the canyon to all the things that went on in the pageant, the Peace Treaty signing. And that's the thing they did first, was the signing, which was, and I thought, well, that was the main thing. But then they did the history of Kansas, basically, after they did the Peace Treaty signing. They did how the power of Kansas and who the soldiers were came and went, and the Indians and all
Yeah,
that
they
stuff.
did the signing after about 20 minutes in.
Right, they did that right first thing. And then they did the history thing. And I thought, well, then they're gonna say, well, this is where we get to the signing with peace with the Indians, but they didn't.
Yeah.
So
And then Rebecca got stolen from the Indians.
the girl, one of the girls that,
Young girl,
My
Rebecca.
from the wagon train that was down there,
Kidnapped.
was kidnapped by a brave Indian. He's called a
I'm so sorry
brave.
for you, Mom.
My first wonder about that show is, what did they take Rebecca for?
Oh, because she was beautiful and they wanted her to be with them and they didn't give her a choice.
I figured she was
Rebecca.
smart and she knew the language. And they took her
They didn't care about the language, they liked their own language.
because she's intelligent and
They-
beautiful.
And decoration.
They wanted Rebecca to have their little Indian children
Yeah.
instead of her own children.
But then she was rescued.
She got rescued by the
Yeah.
cavalry.
Yeah.
Is this thing actually
So
recording?
I hope so.
Yeah, me
Uh,
too.
Yeah.
that was your favorite part of the Peace Treaty pageant.
Yeah.
I guess when,
No, that was my first wonder.
Oh, that was your first one. Dad or Papa, what was your favorite part of the Peace Treaty pageant?
well, I liked the different music they chose for the different events.
The chief is adamant. He refuses to sign and performs a daring coup. He steals the peace treaty document and hands it to a brave who makes a bold escape with it.
Like when they did the gambler, the guy that was, and I never did see, they were said his tragedy after that, but that's when the brave took Rebecca. I didn't see what happened to the gambler that they said was about to meet his tragic, because I was watching over here and I didn't see what, but the music they were playing for the gambler was the music from the TV show Maverick. Riverboat in a bell, Maverick is a legend. You know, that's the song they played when they talked about the gambler. And then when the cavalry comes in, they play the song for the cavalry. And then when the cowboys go riding off, they played the song from the Lone Ranger. Dun, 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 dun. You know that song? I thought, well, that's pretty neat. They're playing all these songs that all these old people here recognize from old TV shows.
We felt like we were watching one of your old shows.
You were.
In person.
Yeah,
Rebecca, what was
live.
your
In
favorite part?
Oklahoma.
The tranquil evening ritual is broken, this time by rustlers, not Indians.
Watching all the horses do this weird thing.
That's what I said. Like They were
coordinating.
running together and they almost hit each other, but they
Like they were in a figure eight.
circle.
Yeah,
In the
that was neat.
intersection, they almost crashed.
My second.
And the bowls, I liked all the bowls.
The bull.
I'm
Pulling the wagon?
surprised. I'm surprised that they didn't
Oh.
come running for us. Trying
They
to
weren't
eat
going
us.
to do that, Sophie.
Yeah.
When they had the
Those
herd
are
come
longhorns.
in,
They weren't all,
longhorns,
yeah,
Whatever.
Those
They
were-
were
yeah.
huge.
yeah.
That probably was one of my. And I liked how they were riding fast. Sometimes they would like
Yeah.
2 or 3 Indians and 2 or 3 cowboys would just
Race off.
full speed running. Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Sophie, what was your favorite part?
My favorite part was just seeing all the horses. I've never seen so much horses.
So many horses. There were a lot of horses. I also liked that it was like a big stage. Like the stage was
Huge.
acres,
Yeah.
and that was kind
It
of a
was
neat
big,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
After that, you guys headed to the Airbnb,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then we headed to see some Indian dancing with Gretchen and the boys.
Ooh.
Yeah.
A powwow.
A lot of dancers, a lot more than the day before.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the weather was better and more people had gotten there, more of the dancers showed up. So there were more of them doing the dances. It's a lot of the same ones from Friday, but then it was a nice group and the sun was brighter, so our pictures should be better from that event, I think.
Yeah. Then we came here. What did we do here? We ate dinner.
Brown and ice cream.
Brown ice cream. Somebody didn't like it even though it wasn't even chocolate. It was just brown.
Oh!
Brownie ice cream.
It was like
We
Clue.
played, yeah.
Uncle
Then
Barn
came
one.
Clue. And then we played a game where you have to pick either the word yes or no, and you can't say that for 2 minutes, and people ask you
That's
questions,
fun.
try to trick you.
Yeah.
All the time.
It's also
Timer.
a car game.
We're going to play, me and Sophie are going to play in the car.
Oh.
What, can't
But
say
we're gonna
no?
have the guineas there.
We went to bed fairly early.
Yeah.
Went to bed before 10.
Yeah.
I think it was shutting down. So,
You
there
can
we
put
go.
these
Got up
You were
and
tired.
gonna get ready this morning.
What?
But-
And this morning we're going to go
But you
to the
cannot.
The arts and crafts fair.
Arts and Crafts Fair first.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't get your piece of that.
There's-
Here, no mind.
They're doing the parade again today,
Yeah.
and we'll maybe go for some of the parade.
You sure?
Rebecca and the girls are going to leave after the parade. Byron and I have one more new
Look, the
event.
bubble
It's
gum.
called the
You
Night
want sugar
Show, and that's today from 11 to 12. So we'll do the night show during the daytime because we don't want to stay up late in the night and be up late for when they do it at night. So it's on stage downtown from 11 to 12, and that's the main thing we'll see. And then after that, we'll probably head home.
It's planned.
That's the plan.
All right. Well, been good so far.
So we're going to the light show today?
We're gonna go to the arts and crafts
Arts
fair.
and crafts show.
Ooh!
You guys will probably leave before the night show. It'll be a little bit too late for you,
I have
even if it
gymnastics
is during the
at 2:30.
daytime.
And we gotta get home.
Gymnastics.
Yeah.
Why can't you just miss?
I don't want to.
She could.
She loves her gymnastics, and that's good.
She does.
So you'll have to enjoy the part you get to see.
Is it actually recording?
Sure did.